perceived as parents. To give them the real deal.
Morgan is so hard for another. Morgan knew that Harper was trans probably 6 months before.
Yeah, we did. Okay.
So you're gonna be on your this with the video, like, what is logged into this?
Never knew the kids were doing drugs. They called me, is this gonna kill them?
You?
No, you're killing them. Call me, I wanna talk to them about that.
Just don't add baking soda.
And then Leah just emailed us the dashboard link, which is.
We went over to our neighbor's house the other day and the boy.
But should I log my Google in to get to that?
Some kids
Yes.
at camp or whatever, kind of filled in on a few things.
Uh-huh.
And he came home and, well, the reason I know the story is we all
You're
went
just
over
gonna-
to hang
you're
out with
just gonna
neighbors.
refresh
and
the screen.
the little boy named Charlie, he's.
As the
pretty
bidding,
cool
when
now.
Jesse says this package is open for bidding,
And, so they
you're
laid
gonna
it all-
refresh the screen.
He asked some questions today.
That's all you're gonna do.
We've laid it all out, mapped it out, so we would never do anything. And they're like, well, that's how we got you. And he just couldn't handle it, went to his room and didn't come out.
That's right. Just wanna look at everybody and have that picture.
Yeah.
That's what you do? Yeah.
And then like, wait, everybody do
Oh.
this? I haven't even heard
I do remember that, finding out from somebody else, not my parents. And it was like, my parents never did that. And then we got to the point, we have 8 kids in our family, and then we got to the point where we said, they must have only done it 8 times. They did when they had kids, they would want to do that more often than that. Mariana, can we do anything for you?
What is logged in here right now?
Oh, Deborah can.
No, Mark's gonna help me get the, we have more than one.
We're having a lovely time, but if you want us to be working, we'll be happy to work.
Oh, I saw it. No, but that's not what I want here, is it? No. No. I want to go to Google Drive. Nope, that, no, go away. Google Drive. You're on Google Drive too, so did you end up? Oh, perfect.
With a home base somewhere? Did you end up?
Oh, yeah,
in
I'm
a job?
trying to move. I don't have a job or anything yet, but I'm not looking for one yet either. I just sort of let people know I'm coming back.
Yeah.
Okay, I shared it. Now where's the?
I can only do one thing at a time. That's not,
Okay. Okay, but I got it.
But that sounds amazing.
I was really nervous about it at first, and I was like, oh, I can get used to this.
Well, there's so much movement in the job market right now
Yeah.
that you probably have more options than you would have had 2 years ago.
That's true. And I'm not even seriously looking for after September.
Yeah.
Just because I've got things to do out in Kansas and, I'm back and I'll figure it out. Yeah, it's good.
We moved that, Mariana, because where it was before, it was right in the lights.
Oh, it can move wherever it needs to move.
Okay,
Everything's flexible.
good. Robin checked it
Everything
out.
is fluid.
He checked it out with the camera. That's where it needs to be for him to be able to see
It was
everything.
skiing, for instance, yard sales and spring.
Something's happening.
Do it here. Yes. How do I say okay? Okay. Put it in the middle button. Usually that's okay. the little
Yeah,
shadows?
it's got a little bit, I think it's getting better though.
Oh, it is.
It's getting better.
It is, it's
Yeah.
clearing, it's
Yeah,
clearing.
it's
Okay,
getting
all right, all right, all right, that's good, all right.
So can we, I just wanna make sure we can see, he's not gonna be able to see the corner from here. So, is Jesse sitting there and Corey sitting here?
Mm-hmm.
Jesse has the.
But he has it in his hands.
Yeah, but I can't, if I'm Corey, I can't see the corner. And right, if we move it over, it fucks up the camera. Robin positioned it right where he needed to be able to see.
Okay, tell me, can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it now, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Jesse may not, but he'll have it in his hand.
I can see everything but just the very right,
The very
top right
top
tip.
right
But,
corner, okay.
but we could probably still scoot more if we have to.
You just have to reset the marks on the floors where those
Yeah.
lines go.
Hey.
Hey.
Setting up.
So can you see, tell me when you can see the corner of the,
Sit-
can you see
yeah.
the whole screen from up
Years
here?
later.
Every time he talks to me, he's like, whoa. Well, when he gets that website.
Yeah, I can see it now.
I tell him to talk to me because,
We need to scoot this a little.
Just a little,
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah,
clanging up against the,
yeah, we'll see.
That's
He's-
good.
I mean, he just
does that change the cameras any?
Well, we'll have to just adjust the light a little bit, where it's
Okay.
maybe
When I
where it's
met him
pointing.
almost 20 years ago, he hadn't filed his personal taxes in 3 years. So that was the first
Robin
thing
looked
I
through the
did,
camera.
was to sit down and file his taxes.
Uh-oh.
And it's just been like that ever since.
No, she can,
So,
I mean,
so I am the CEO of our family.
There you go.
And with this whole business thing, I just decided that, no. And it's not that I don't wanna do it, it's because he needs to do it to take ownership of it and feel that it's his and have full control and everything. And it distracts him from everything else.
Right.
Research this and do
That's
that,
good.
so.
It's not up on the.
So he just texted me and said, what's the fiscal year? What's the end of the fiscal year?
well, that's dumb. And if it goes to, maybe I can set it not to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want me to do that? I can.
Yeah, please. Or no. Just tell it not to sleep. That way it doesn't stop Google casting.
What would we do without you?
I love it though. It's, I find it particularly
Or
empowering.
if you knew it
I
on
feel
hand
like
time, then you would, because you would know how to do it.
At one point, I knew how to do it. I feel like it was easier for me.
Everything else, like, falls in place.
You do your own bookkeeping? Yeah, and I mean, that's something, I can do that, I could do that.
Just so we don't even pass the
Oh,
past 4 hours.
Oh, it is, right, yes, right, that's
But
right.
And then,
Right.
I don't wanna go home and do bookkeeping.
Yeah, I mean, there are
but
things
yeah,
that like,
I'll have to Google
I
it.
mean, David might not be this way, but I feel like a lot of
Search
times
by
I don't
name.
feel like the way that it's the reason why,
Just to,
like, you're more likely to take a cut with what number you set, or like, you change your mind on a price because you think a certain way, like, that all goes away.
Yep.
You see exactly what it takes financially to keep all of it, because then you're like, no, I actually cannot give you, then you just have,
Yeah.
like, I can't, you
Yeah.
know? It's the number it is for a reason, like, it also helps you set numbers, like monthly, like you know exactly how much money you need to make a month, and like reaching that and then setting new goals, and you can start doing things for your studio.
Yeah.
You start buying like actual real stuff that you thought was a dream before.
Yeah.
It's really empowering.
Yeah.
I can't recommend it enough.
Yeah, and it's also, I mean, this is the kind of stuff that because I would teach the professional practices classes at the university for a while, and David was never allowed in that class. And, you should take it. No, but this idea of you cannot figure out before Christmas, and I'm like, 5 grand, and I buy Christmas cards.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, you can make that.
Kathy Sigler is still giving away dog cutting boards for birthday presents.
Oh my gosh, do we have to send a verification card every time we're on?
And now everybody's like, oh, I know what I
Yeah,
want.
well,
Yeah.
not every time, you're
Like
right.
if you
But
go to
it's just that understanding that, no, it's not.
But it does make, it does.
It is so you as an artist.
It's not to use.
I set it so that it's not gonna lock.
Because.
It also, I set it so that
Sitting down and
it
having the
doesn't change
discipline to
orientation.
do a limited production line, that's just survival and discipline and business know-how and.
Well, which orientation,
People that
Well, that's the
can move
biggest
forward.
one.
It's, you know, the people that are
the,
all
Because if
insisting
it's
on one.
Wait,
this
eye.
way,
Leslie?
it's hard to read it.
Which orientation did we do vertical or horizontal for the, to make it the
You
biggest?
have a foundation
Is that
for your.
for on the iPad to the teleprompter?
Oh, you did vertical.
Putting in the insulation with
Oh,
other
ooh.
things.
Come on, see, see what, like,
Yeah.
she was just gonna change it so the orientation doesn't flip on us unless we want
I
it.
was trying to kind of.
But unless we wanted the ability to flip
Yeah.
back and
It's
forth.
not
Vertical
about-
is what we did.
It is very into this.
So
You
that's
have
that,
to- You
but-
have to start by finding.
Because you can always
what is
use,
easier
that
to read if
one
it's like
bread
that.
and butter.
It's, I could care less.
And
Well,
it is, it's something that.
well,
you
leave,
can
I mean,
solve.
you don't lock it for now, we'll figure out, but he can play with it. I mean, it might be that there are moments when he wants, when you wanna see the whole thing, but if it needs to go closer, we have the options, don't worry about locking in.
And.
Actually, it was horizontal. Is this thing on the back twist?
It does.
That's, yeah, it was
And
horizontal.
honestly too, like
Yeah.
another.
Whichever way you want it, once you, yeah, whichever way works for you, we can lock it on the screen to that position.
Okay.
Unless, you know, unless there was some I don't remember if there was a reason that the other way was better for any moments. If you find that, just tell me, and we'll not lock it.
If you don't
Okay.
say that it's for a business, then you can say, well, I don't wanna be a
Does this work?
selling to a very specific demographic. Like, I want to have work that reaches more people than that. You know, and price point
Mhm.
is that roadblock.
Yeah.
Uh,
Absolutely, and,
I might be able to
and I
get
remember one student specifically that was so adamant about never doing the same piece twice. Everything had to be new and a lot of work would go into that
this is not
and I was talking to her about,
What's wrong?
you're never gonna build a
not
follow.
letting me.
Because if everything is new, you have to do the thing over and over and over again.
Online
But
video
if you
display
have-
boards.
Like you have your core objects that you change a little bit, and you have a huge following, and there's an entry point for everyone. And it's so important.
Okay,
And then, you know,
all
when
this
you're
is
75,
working and all the back
you
end is working, so.
can make every piece is a one-off, so it's just so.
I keep telling Matilda who works for me part-time,
I
I'm
think
into
we're
her
figuring out
as
this
well.
one, but I'm pretty sure that you just
She's
have
like,
to
all
call
I
it
do
business,
is-
right? That's
I'm
the
trying to.
What's that?
That's what they want to say on this.
How to get to it from here.
But she would.
So then where I
Didn't Joan follow her own thing link last
Yeah, but that's not what we wanna do, we want a dashboard, because then we don't have to have all, you don't wanna see the live stream
You
on it.
gotta make all these.
So how do we get to the dashboard in there?
Go to display boards, right there, be all displays.
Okay.
You can't
Oh,
just
yep,
decide.
and it's a pain in the butt, it's a
Start
thing
from
too.
first and then go from there. I was like, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's killing us, because like, it's kicking us out, and we have to instantly toggle. Or we have to go through the
Go in the studio and finish this one.
I don't know how this is going.
And then the next day.
This is not good.
About the next
No,
day and
it's
just
not.
do that. And then
Yeah.
every time
Terrible.
you learn something.
That's why I
by
have
the
to-
time
I
you
have to
get that
over, so
sixth
it's like a
pair,
little bit
it'll be like
faster.
perfect where
Yeah.
you want it to be.
Yeah.
And she just.
Can I do your email address?
Think about it that way. I'm like, yeah, because she helps me with production, but I don't know, her mind is like, I gotta make 20 pair of earrings at once,
Oh,
you know?
yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
like, no, you have to like start from here.
Not,
To send you an
You
email.
have to start
So I
at
have to
step
do
one,
that.
she's trying to enter
What
this.
is this? Oh, never mind, I didn't make it. Okay, so then go to display board, or you're in the wrong project. Go to the demo.
Oh my gosh, if you can use Fox.
Yeah.
She's like totally.
Right there, testing online option demo.
Uh-huh.
Display boards,
Yeah.
all displays. You get two, so you'll launch this during the annual fund, you'll launch that during the, now this one's tricky, they changed some of the little tests that we had, so this will only show live packages, that's all it needs to show. Yep. It's refreshing.
Oh,
The refresh rate's every 5
okay,
seconds.
so it's gonna refresh by itself, so no one has to sit there and watch it. Someone should watch it just in case, but, okay.
Now, there's another one that you can use, the auctioneer display, but I don't, I've never used that one.
Is this gonna loading a link the whole time they're watching it? Oh, yeah, because that's what you're saying.
It never showed the loading screen on mine, but I would say that the display. I don't know.
Maybe that'll stop my.
It's super, and maybe because you're bringing the hardwire in. I'll see if it's doing it on mine. I'll shoot you a text. Okay.
No, I still want you to clap and cheer, she's gonna be in the audience, but you can sit here and read and tell me if it says anything, if it comes up.
Beautiful. Maybe not yet, but these are-
Fans in this place.
We do have some things.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't know.
we should do
Yeah,
that.
and Paloma, are you kidding? She's on
Well,
the.
you don't have to use your
I've
hand.
been trying to turn them off. She's on a 1.5
You just look at when it's time.
She's always like in New York or going.
Here all summer.
It looks like it's just gonna, I mean, it's, no, I guess it's gonna run rush on its own, but like,
Actually, you could probably do something really powerful.
Okay, well, that's that.
Oh,
here's
yeah.
mine.
Oh, yeah. Evan might be a little young right now, but in a few years.
She's really coming into.
Is this, are you up and rolling, Mark? Okay.
You set?
Oh.
Katie, will you start off? Allison will be back in just a second, but will you start, you and her will be back here vanning, so will you start off?
We're on Vanna today?
Yeah, yeah.
It's funny, like, we were driving.
We'll just pretend like we're holding the pieces that, you know.
Never act like she doesn't know.
Do you want, and there's a script, so I think it's.
Be a little respect for that. If people can stick with you for those years. There's that.
All right, well, I think everything's up and running, maybe not to perfection, but. Good enough.
Good enough. All
Good
right.
enough. I know it's going on with my screen, having a loading thing popping up every 5 seconds, but that'd be good enough, just we'll see. As long as the bidding pops up and we can read it, then I think we're good. So there's some stuff that's missing that we're just gonna skip. She's gonna be Corey.
Right.
Marianne's gonna sit on the other side and throw some comments in.
Right.
Here and there, like she's a guest speaker. She's gonna make it up as she goes. They're not gonna play the part at all, it'll be fine. She's good actually, also, she's curious as well, so. And so if there's something missing, we're just gonna say Leslie's remarks would be here, and then Mia, you see I have a second spot for you to just like pass it off, or do you want, that's a question I have. Do you want Leslie to pass it off to Jessie and Corey, or do you want to stay up on stage with her and then pass it off after the video? Because she's gonna join you. Or y'all can switch places, it's up to you. You could go off, you can come on, she can pass it off, you can both stay up there and then pass it off.
You're the expert, what do you want us to do?
Oh, I don't have a strong opinion.
It's probably less clunky if you just lead and let Leslie pass it off. It's not, one
Because
word.
all she would do would be.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, so she can just say.
Yeah, let's walk them back and forth.
I don't have a pen. Andrew, go grab a pen out of the center console of my car. Oh wait, never mind, Pen has one right here. parts that we don't have fans, but.
Well, that's a little alarming. Did anyone hear a loud presidential alarm at 2:20 when they were testing the alarm system in here? When you
No.
were sitting in here?
We were all here, no one heard that.
Well, so if the country blows up, you know.
We're gonna be sitting here having fun.
It's gonna be some cell phone.
Uh-huh.
Not every cell phone in America like on phones like this.
Yeah. I guess we're not on the sub list.
Robin, I asked Claire to just kind of watch the show and.
I'm in M1.
Sound weird or don't flow well or anything like that. And then the other thing to be thinking about as we're watching it is, are there moments we might want to, thinking about what we use the other camera for, are there moments that like maybe that's something that we're clear to look at, but that like, oh, this is a chance to like be just on the hook or wherever. Like, is there, are there moments where we need to activate the second camera differently? The camera two, sorry. Your camera.
I'm not staying up here, am I, during the auction?
No, you will probably exit that way.
No, you're not saying it. Good.
I just saw Sharon and everybody.
No, Harriet and Susie will sit there, and Corey and Jesse will sit here.
Susie Silver?
Susie Silbert,
Oh, she's coming down.
she's our curator.
Uh-huh.
Harriet and Susie will kind of be our commentators on the art.
Today I get to play both of them.
And,
Oh, it's totally fine. I was just gonna hold it. All right, so. And so another thing to think about is, do we want, at this moment, y'all actually, I don't think we'll be on stage as we start.
Oh, we won't?
Nope. I don't think so. I think what we.
You want us
it's
to
really
walk
crowded.
in?
It's really crowded up here with everyone up here, so I was thinking we'd start out with just Corey and Sarah Beth. Do clap. They blow the horns. Da, 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 da. You come on, thank them for their, welcome, do your welcome.
Uh-huh.
And then you'll invite Leslie up, and then Leslie will invite you and Corey up, and then y'all will invite Susie and.
So what are
Harriet.
we gonna do about Clarence then? What are we doing about Clarence? Is there a video?
There's a video.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so I'll walk it, I can walk us through the cues. as
Let's
we go
try
down.
that and see how it looks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
just,
so,
just to make sure that's
okay,
how we want to do it.
all right, so I'm not gonna clap or do the horn, I'm just gonna call it. And then I'll walk by Leslie when it's.
Something happened to my iPad.
Connection is lost.
Go to application.
I remember this
It'll
now.
take you to here.
She set it so that it wouldn't.
Allow local. Enable. Flex Senior TV. Oh, it like just named it and identified it. They're friends now. Hopefully they'll never not talk to each other again. Start mirroring. Flip it the other way. Flip. Oh, see, this is where we might need to flip to do things like touch the button that's at the very bottom. Let's see if we can do.
Oops.
It says connected. Yeah, we just need to be able to push that
Hey,
button. Hey, Katie. Yeah. Will you unfreeze this? It's not. We're not gonna be able to keep it frozen because there's other buttons we can't touch.
Oh, hold on. Oh, wait, I got it.
Oh, he got it. Okay.
Set
Is
it,
that working?
We were tapping the wrong thing.
hold it there, pick
If
it
you
up
do
and
wanna
walk out that way.
yes.
So it's just like a little like
A loop.
mountain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep, with your
Yeah, it takes a second.
your
Okay.
detour.
But
Yeah.
if you did want to
And then when,
unlock it,
at
you
the
just hold
beginning
down
of
the
this
button, right?
Okay, yeah.
And
do you have it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's
like,
you know that the trumpets are.
and it's that button.
Got it, yep.
Oh, that's okay.
Thank you.
You know where you're looking.
I have two.
it's just like,
That are longer. They're not
says,
on a security one.
announces the winning bid, Vanna takes art off the set. So I know once they're like, and the winning bid is like $13 million. And then I'm like, okay, bye.
That doesn't happen too often.
Like,
Well, I
I'm
remember
getting-
last year and the
When
your
do
first
I
time I was
know
using
it's
this
gonna
happened. And then I
Right
figured it out.
here.
Okay.
So,
All right, so you want us off
Trial court
stage,
So, last time I just did it whenever I heard the word peace.
back here?
oh, that's a
Okay,
really
sort
good
of like at the
idea.
beginning.
Okay.
Do this, want to do, okay.
So
All right.
you know,
They can walk on the stage this way, or they can walk from backstage. So, watch that and see. All right, so.
What I'm wondering though is in the case that we do lose power, are we able to tighten it back up again?
We, I hadn't thought about that. Oh, Jesse, can you keep,
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I forgot this is part of my job.
All right. Welcome to Penland's 36th Annual Benefits Auction and our second virtual one. Although we wanted nothing more than to invite you all to campus for the event. Closer. Now is certainly not the time to mingle with hundreds of people in person. Let's hope, however, that this is our last virtual auction before we are, because we are all missing all of you. We have been cautiously open over the summer. Sorry, I haven't even read this out loud yet. It has been so very gratifying to see excited, happy people in our studios again. The soft hum of studio activities and the not-so-quiet nightly celebrations out on the Knoll has been a very welcome change from the quiet of the last 14 months. What brings us all together today is our love for this magical place, the vitality of our community, the importance of lifelong learning, and the power of craft and making itself. We're here to celebrate the supportive Penland and to support Penland and to share our collective awe of the beautiful things humans are capable of creating. I want to thank the 193 artists who donated the 182 wonderful pieces that we will be auctioning off here tonight and that have been sold previously during our silent auction. Because so many artists have been central to Penland's history and to the evolution of craft in the United States. In 2007, Penland started a recognition program called the Penland Outstanding Artist Educator Award. In selecting each artist, it is important that the artist's work embodies Penland's educational values and ideals, that they have made an extraordinary contribution to teaching, and that the artist's body of work has been influential to the field of craft. This year, it is our honor and pleasure to recognize Clarence Morgan as Penland's 2021 Outstanding Artist Educator. Our creative director, Leslie Noel, will introduce Clarence and tell you about his lifelong commitment to teaching and learning and his accomplishments as an artist. And here's Leslie.
Leslie will make a few remarks here, and then I guess we'll have a cue that you'll play the video. Then once the video, should I leave at this point? Should Leslie leave as soon as she says, here's the video?
No, because it'll go to video, and then it'll come back to, after it comes back, I'll take out Mia, and Leslie will be the only one here. And
Okay.
thank Clarence for being a part of the Penland family. And now I'd like to introduce Jesse Miller and co-host
Okay.
Corey Pemberton.
So Leslie,
Calm down.
For what it's worth, I think that the back entrance is more fun because, like, they kind of be in the center.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what we could do, if we want to do that, is Corey could have, so question now, my first question then is, if Corey is standing here and blows the horn, Sarah Beth can exit and he could just go ahead and sit down. Or do we want him to, do you think you better have to exit and then come back on together?
I mean, it seems awkward for him to leave
Yeah.
Yeah, so he can stay here, which means he can hold on to that and make sure that Mia's comments are on the board for the beginning, because that'll just be sitting here, so he can just pick it up, make sure that it's in the right place. We'll prompt it to be in the right place, but that way he can scoot it up for her comments, and then you can be waiting to come in.
Cool.
And so, and that way you can stand back here and enter from backstage.
Okay.
So are we entering from the back and exiting to the side? Because it's weird if you
Yeah.
turn around and walk with your
Yeah,
back.
yeah, I would come in
Yeah,
from
I think
there
off on the side.
And then,
and then exit.
Mia, when you're doing that, I'm just gonna move this camera over here so it's right next to the screen. So you can just read the screen
yeah,
and I'll be able to put it right.
that would be great, because then I don't lose my spot
Yeah.
in the camera.
Yeah.
Just look at the screen.
Yeah.
I'll get it.
Okay. Are we going to play the video or we're not?
We don't have it yet.
Oh, we don't have it yet. Okay, so we're not going to play the video.
No,
Now,
I'm playing the two
now
hosts
I'd
who
like
are
to
there.
introduce
So
our
on the
auctioneer,
28th, I
Jesse
will be making
Miller.
sure everything's ready for you guys to
And
pick
then
it
I
up
take
there
this
and
with
go.
me because this is,
Yep, and we'll all clap, yay!
Okay.
I don't know.
Are we gonna have a little audience?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, we'll have the audience.
Uh-oh.
Where's Andrew? He's supposed to be clapping. He left his station. He left the clapping station. Okay, cool, so then, so.
Are we gonna need this
Joan, you're
again,
up
or is
here,
that the
'cause
last
you're
of
already
it?
in this chair
I
at
think
this
it's
point.
fun to need.
fun to need,
Corey.
okay. So turn it off and then Laura can turn it back on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Add Corey and Jesse intro. I will add that in when, Leslie hasn't given me her notes yet.
Okay.
So I'll add a segue to introduction
Okay.
to them. Cool.
Sorry. Oops.
So then Jesse will just come in and sit, because Corey will already be here.
So Corey will already be in here, and, you know, if you want to stand while you're doing the rules of engagement and then sit, you can, like, you can come in and stand on that side, or you can sit. It's up to what feels more comfortable. Come over here, like you're coming back on stage.
Back
Come
from back here then?
Oh, back there, yeah. So
Because this will be here.
that'll be the
Right.
banner. Corey will just pass it off to you, you'll have it in his hands at this point.
Okay.
'Cause he'll be.
Yeah, because Corey will have, so Corey can hand it to you as you're coming in.
Okay.
And then, I think
I
you
think
should
standing
should
makes more sense for
stand
this.
for the
Yeah.
rules of engagement, yeah.
So stand for the rules of engagement.
Okay. Do you want me to do that now?
Yeah, and you can, I mean, should he enter and then come around and stand here for the rules of engagement? Wait for the circle? Okay, so.
I'll have this, I'll be sitting here, I'll cue it
You want me to go out and around?
Yeah, come around this way and stand in the middle and do the rules of engagement.
Do I say hello or anything, or just start reading?
Say hello.
You should definitely say hello.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I was making sure. I mean,
I can go note,
No.
Jesse greets the crowd.
yeah, no Ron Burgundy style here. I'm going to read exactly what's on here. All right. Hello. Before we get started, I want to explain how this is going to work. This is very important, so please pay attention. Do you want me to read it from here or here?
Looking up's gonna be better for
Okay.
me.
If you're watching me, then you have either followed a link to the live stream on YouTube or you went to the bidding page and are watching from there. We sent you a text message and email with your link to the bidding page and to the YouTube link about an hour and a half ago. Bidding is in the same place you've been bidding all week for the silent auction. It's also the same link we sent you for the silent auction. If you cannot find your link, you can call our tech support team and they will send it again. Corey, I don't read that. We might want to put that in a different type of font or something. Hold up that sign, Corey. Okay.
You could also say that.
So where should Corey then, should he be standing next to Jesse with the signs so you
He's
can
already
read
gonna be
them?
in here.
Or should he just be will he be able to see?
Can we see so Corey's here while the clearance stuff is happening.
He's not covered.
He's on it, he's on stage.
So if he holds up a
So he can
sign,
just hold up a sign from here is what I was thinking.
Oh, that's the tech support number?
yeah.
Yeah.
It'd probably be like, if he just kind of like stood up and held the sign up, just like right here, and then
And then
back
can-
after the
can sit down.
appropriate amount of time.
Okay.
There's gonna be two signs. Will be the tech support number,
Okay.
and then further down is the.
Yeah,
home
but it'll
page
come in
Yeah.
a little bit. I think that would be
So, yeah.
fun.
Oops,
Okay.
That's
sorry.
just my, I don't know how to do this stuff, but I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
Okay.
A few things to know about today's bidding. Please keep in mind there's a delay between the video stream and the bidding activity you will see on the bidding page. It takes longer for me to reach you across the internet. Since you have two options for watching, we have some recommendations for those of you who are also bidding. Option 1, you can watch and bid from one device from on the bidding page. This is not a great option from a cell phone. And that lag I mentioned will be increased because it's embedded into the bidding page, and that is an additional distance for the live stream to travel. Option 2, you can also use two devices. For instance, watch the live stream on YouTube on your computer or smart TV and bid on a phone or tablet. If you're actively bidding on a piece, please focus your attention on the bidding page and not the video. This is important because it's possible the bidding could start before you hear my cue due to that delay. There is no option to place a max bid, and you will not receive outbid notifications. This is live as we can get. Right now, all of the live auction pieces are in preview. Once I state this piece is open for bidding, you will need to click the home button on the device you are bidding with, and you will see the piece opening. Once the piece is open, you'll see a timer set, and that's how long you'll have to bid. You can start bidding while we are presenting the artist and their work. Now, because that delay in the video varies based on your internet provider, it's possible the lag can get far behind. If that happens and you are bidding, we suggest you pause or mute the video and rely on the timer. We will cheer the bidding on and announce the winning bid before moving on to the next piece. Okay, now that you know how to bid, we'd like to introduce you to two very special guests. Corey, would you like to do the honors?
I'd love to, Jesse. Joining us today to share their insights and enthusiasm are Harriet Green and Susie Silbert. Harriet Green has a long history with Penland, and so I guess this is what Harriet would walk in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Harriet can walk in.
Walk in, yep.
She served on the
Trustee
Board of
wherever.
Trustees for 8 years, ending in 2014. Prior to that, she visited on several occasions as part of a cohort of visual arts professionals for a public art initiative at Penland and engaged in discussions around diversity. Since then, Harriet has been a regular at the auction. She is a former museum registrar at the Columbia Museum of Art in South Carolina and a former visual arts director for South Carolina State Arts Agency. Currently, she is consulting on projects, working with artists, volunteering with her favorite charities as an advisor and board member. She serves as, at present, is serving on the board of the American Craft Council. Some fun facts we recently learned about Harriet. She is one of 12 children. She grew up on a farm in Holly Hill and learned how to drive by driving a tractor. She loves country music, is a Kentucky Colonel, and an admitted news junkie. And since she gets by on a mere 3 to 4 hours of sleep most nights, there's plenty of time to pursue all her passions. Thank you so much for being here, Harriet.
You're welcome.
No, question real quick. He could be in the chair and Harriet's then across from him instead of behind him saying this. That might look better as far as like.
What do you think?
I mean, I think it depends on the comfort level of the guest.
Is it weird for her to walk in and sit behind and wait?
Being a object,
Versus, so sit back there, if she, and then
Then wait.
Come around here and enter from this side, so that he can, so Corey is here and he introduces, Harriet Green, he can look over and say, come on in, Harriet, and invite her to the
Yeah.
chair, and then introduce her. and
From
then you
that
can come
side.
from
That makes
You
good
can come
sense.
from the back still, but come from this side, so he's like making eye contact, come on
Okay.
in, and then and then also have them enter from this side for the introductions. Does that sound better?
Yep, that
Yeah.
sounds better.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Now you can just stand there and pretend you're Susie next.
Susie.
Okay.
Our next guest is Susie Silbert. Susie, come on in.
Hello.
Susie is a curator of post-war and contemporary glass at the Corning Museum of Glass. And she's celebrating her 20-year anniversary with Penland. She first came down for a concentration with Dinah Hewlett in 2001. She kept coming back for classes over the next couple of years, and in 2005, she moved to the area full-time to work for Studio Glass pioneers Richard Ritter and Mark Pizer. Her 4 years working with Mark and his assistants, Jake Chamberlain and Jack Brewer, empowered her love of history, writing, and curating, shaping the way she sees glass and materials more broadly and setting her on the path that brought her to her current position. She's worked at the Museum of Fine Arts Houston, the Houston Center for Contemporary Craft, and RISD, amongst others. Susie holds a master's degree in decorative arts, design, history, and material culture from the Bard Graduate Center. And in a time-honored tradition, she met her husband at Penland, and even though he's not a maker, and they got engaged on Roan Mountain. Susie has also been a Penland studio assistant, instructor, and washed lots and lots of bacon trays. Ooh, bacon. More than anything else, Susie has a passion for people and the things they make and wants nothing more than to get everyone as excited as she is.
Oh, thank you so much for being here.
Right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. So the Vanna will bring the piece out. What's their cue to bring the piece out?
So for the first one,
Should we invite them?
As soon as they say, thank you both for joining us today, and then we'll start right in on, I did that, so I did a segue, so everyone's excited as she is, and then Jessie says, I know I'm excited, so
Okay.
he jumps right in, because we have 16 pieces of art, and as you're saying that, she's coming out with the first piece.
Okay.
Okay, got it. All right. I know I'm excited because we have 16 pieces of art that represent the main areas of craft Penland Studios support. Our first piece is titled Balance, something we all need in our lives. Package 501 is open for bidding, and the closing timer is set. If you are actively bidding, remember the lag can be confusing, so keep your eye on the closing timer.
Mercedes Jelinek is an American artist working in Italy and New York City. She holds a BFA in visual arts from the State University of New York at Purchase, an MFA from Louisiana State University, and she recently completed a 3-year residency here at Penland. Her work has been exhibited both nationally and internationally. Mercedes is also one of the most delightful people you'll ever meet. Have you lost it?
So we can't see the piece, we're just seeing the person? Well, we don't have, the piece isn't back there.
It's not.
Right, but
It's
I'm
not
just
moving.
Well, that's somebody else's choice, we have two channels. What?
Well, it says it's working.
Right now,
It's stuck.
on the whole screen.
So which one is? Is it frozen?
It's frozen.
Yeah.
The right one is what's live,
I don't know, Mark can.
and the right one is live, and the left one is queued.
Yes.
Well, that's a
Okay,
pain.
so we're on to this one being live then.
Well, we'll just have to
But Claire, don't worry about that.
keep
too much.
moving. The only problem will be is if you're talking and it goes.
Melissa will be here, and I'm just gonna put the other camera where it makes sense to me, and then she's gonna shoot.
She's gonna be the one. Yeah, okay.
And right now, we can just, for now, it can just stay on this screen. We don't need to do any camera two today. It can stay on full screen. We'll go to the videos when it's video time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Balance is a limited edition art.
You don't have to do any camera switching except for one video for the close-ups. And,
We don't have any.
We don't have any of that.
We don't have any close-ups.
So when the piece comes out, you don't want it close for people to see?
Yeah,
Well, we
but-
can.
Yeah, but we'll sort that out when we get with it.
So you have pre-recorded close-up videos, correct?
We have pre-recorded close-up videos.
yeah,
So
so,
I can do this.
Which is what I was on a while ago.
well, you were
Yeah.
just on the two of them, and it wasn't on her at all.
Well, I switched back and forth.
Oh, I see.
I don't care, I just need to know.
Okay.
Well, so here's a question.
I guess our bidding thing is not working.
Do we just want to?
Oh, it's still, it's counting down,
On
okay.
her and the piece the whole
But we
time
can't
he's
see the
talking, or
bids.
do we want, or they are talking, or do we want to see them?
No, I don't wanna
talking?
see them, because it's gonna go to close-up on the piece,
Right.
but he's gonna be talking before the piece even comes out.
Right,
So it needs to be on the full set. Jesse's gonna introduce it
Is
over
there,
bidding
like, I
while
can
he's
see
doing
their
that first
factor,
little
what
bit
do
on
I-
every
if I
one
can
that
do
Vanna's
this
coming
without
on with
this.
the piece.
But
Yeah.
it's
So
super
she's,
little.
so we're watching. her
Yeah,
walk
that's
that with
not
piece.
the way
Yeah.
it looked in
And
the
then it
past.
stays
Mhm.
there
No,
until
it's
it
a
goes to
different
close-up.
yeah.
And then
Huh?
when it comes back to the full screen, then we're bidding and commentary.
Close-up means close-up.
We aren't gonna be able to see, you
Yeah.
can't see it. We aren't gonna be able to see it in order to,
That's
Okay.
what I do. Yeah,
That's fine.
And we'll practice.
Mia,
those
Leah.
just running through the-
Leah is gonna try something.
No, that's what we're trying to do, is keep you from
Because that's what
having
you
to
need, is the
decide
like,
where we're going.
I stole someone's, oh, I stole Corey's
So you can keep that
Thank you.
shaker.
under control, which is kind of.
Okay, cool.
Keep rolling?
Keep going.
So this piece is gonna close in
So
30
right
seconds.
now, so at this point, the camera goes to the close-up video, and Jesse's describing the work.
Balance is a limited edition artist-proof print of collage. The handwriting is continuous thought mixed with overhead conversations. From her new body of work, Miscommunicated Secrets, this project began with obsessive tendencies, in Mercedes' words, the need to make new things based on my head's unphotographable feelings. Sometimes words are not enough, and often do not possess the weight or dimension to come close to the sharp sense I want it to represent. These pieces are daydreams combined with real-life experiences, assembled to create scenes depicting emotions that I fail to express in sentence form alone. And then we're bidding and talking, and everybody is so.
Oh, we're already at 5,135. But where are all the different numbers?
We
Yeah,
can't.
that's a different display.
one that's winning, and it's very small.
That's not how it was last time.
I know, Leah's gonna.
She's working on
Leah's
something.
working, Leah is
Oh,
working
okay.
on it.
All right, I was like, that's not how it's supposed to look.
Yeah.
Okay.
What a fantastic sentence
So
in
the bidding, the
Mercedes'
bidding,
words
the
are.
bidding.
Like, that's amazing.
I know, that is pretty
So
amazing.
Mariana, the close-up video starts when he starts reading that description.
Yeah, it goes to close-up video.
Okay. So that took him like 30 seconds, but last year our close-ups were all about a minute.
Yeah.
Is that still what you want? Like a minute?
They.
Because, aren't they gonna chime in now? Harriet and Susie will chime in with a
Yeah,
little.
so I have on for a lot of the people, I have extra comments that can be said during the close-up, but this is the time when Harriet or Susie might point out things. If we want to shorten it, I mean, do we need it a minute, or do you think it takes a minute to get a good look at during the close-up, or?
Not necessarily, but it's easy to make them that long. I mean, that's what, last year they were all at least a minute, some of them were a little longer.
Yeah. Because we could, I mean, we don't, it doesn't have to be, but I wouldn't do it more than a minute.
Okay.
If we, and if we think that,
I mean, you have 3 minutes of bidding, it seems like 1 minute of close-up is not too much to me.
Yeah.
okay. Also, I don't know why they set the timers on 5 instead of 3.
Because, well, we ran out of time, so then now it's, I think they're waiting to hear a cue to close.
Well, there is no queue close.
No, they shouldn't be waiting for a queue.
It just closes.
It just
Well,
closed.
It did close, but then,
Okay, so there's no package open, it's just counting down time. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I see what's happening. What is ends in? Oh, that's when the whole auction ends. So the timer above is our timer for the piece? Yes, okay. So this, for our purposes here, this is the timer for the whole auction page, and this is the timer for the work.
Okay.
So that's, this confused me, because I was like, why are we at 4 minutes something? We're not. That's 4 hours and 17 minutes. So that's what we're looking at, is that top one. Can you see that, Jesse?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, the timer.
We
Yeah.
just can't see the bids.
Well, the bids are, so right now there's not a package open. Okay, so we'll move on to the next. Okay, so bid, yay, Jesse announced the winning bidder.
Okay.
Congratulations. Winning bidder 501 for package 501. Yay!
Do you want me to put, instead of this as as a directive, do you want me to put what you would say? Do you want a word, is that cue enough for you to know that you're gonna look at the screen and say, congratulations, and just announce it? Or do you want me to put in here the words you might say?
No, I think this is enough, but,
Okay.
but we're gonna say the amount and the package and the bidder number.
Yeah, congratulations bidder 501 for winning package, 501.
Okay.
But we can,
Is it appropriate to say the name of the art versus the pack, like, I feel like the package, saying package 501 feels a bit stale. Could we say balance for winning balance?
yeah,
Okay.
I'll go ahead and change them to the names of ours.
Yeah,
I think that'd be cool.
yeah, I do too.
That's much better.
All right.
All righty.
Next up, we have an exquisite plum blossom knife by Andrew Mears. Package 502 is open for bidding and the closing timer is set. Remember to use the home button to refresh your page and click on the package to bid.
Andrew is an American Bladesmithing Society member, mastersmith, a recent Penland resident artist, and just taught pattern welding in the Iron Studio earlier this summer. He is attracted to the challenge of balancing the forging process with machining delicate and precise mechanisms. Through one functional object, he is able to utilize multiple skills and combine his interest in blacksmithing, metalsmithing, engineering, and chemistry. The result is work that is personal, useful, and treasured.
Made of steel, catalosh, and silver, this is a knife meant for sashimi, forged in a Western style with a Japanese-style blade. It is inlaid with plum blossom. Catalosh is an exotic wood native to Central America that is very hard and dense, and therefore superior in strength to woods like white oak, hard maple, or teak. The wood is exceptionally heavy and gives this knife beautiful balance.
Now, is this what Harriet and, okay, so why don't we say something like, what's really wonderful about this piece is that the artist brings together chemistry, engineering, metalsmithing, all of that goes into contemporary craft.
Sounds good to me.
So you want to move that
Move
from
that
here?
to, yeah.
Oh my gosh, this thing.
Yeah, it's really not liking it. Is that because the internet's wonky today?
I don't know.
But it really is cutting out the connection.
But we're hardlined.
What are we doing here?
Oh, that, you mean that connection?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That? That is just talking to this.
Yeah.
We should be talking to, just talking to each other. I don't,
It may be a distance thing, we should maybe get it's like an HDMI extension and bump that sensor out in front of the TV instead of behind it.
okay,
I don't know how close we were last year.
we were farther than this.
Yeah, we weren't this close. Could it be that jar of can of markers blocking our signal?
Ooh, let's take it away and make sure there's no metal blocking the signal.
But it's just talking to that dongle now, and it's not even using the.
It shouldn't be using Wi-Fi at all. Yeah.
Okay.
It's talking to this.
No, it's talking to the
Talking
thing
that
dangling.
dongle on the back of the TV.
Oh.
That disc looking thing.
Okay. Well, probably not the same.
So we need a dongle, an extension, a dongle extension. We need,
Just not even going to go there, are we?
Oh my gosh.
hey, I didn't make up these words.
And Mariana, you might want to put in guest comments just to prompt them. Oh, okay. Okay, good.
Although, so if you're watching up here, it'll say.
Yeah,
being
okay.
voluntary. I can make that a little bit more prominent.
Wow, 2,100. All right, good job.
Okay, so then we'll announce the bidding, we'll, people can chime in.
Are the,
It seems like 3 minutes is going by pretty fast, even though we're like.
yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah. Let's see how it goes.
Oh, yeah, that's
So
what
that's
we
gonna
want.
be a lot better.
Oh, wait, oh, you're doing it that way. All right. That sucks that the other thing isn't operating the way that we want
Allison
it.
must be good at human statues.
My favorite thing in life is just to wait.
But I think I'm gonna get some sushi and they're gonna cut up some sushi.
Well, I think it said it was for sashimi, so we should double check to see.
You're just gonna have to get some raw fish.
Maybe I'll just cut it, I don't know about that.
Let's not
Why don't we
mess
just like
with
make everybody
fish.
sick and then everybody starts throwing up?
Yeah, let's not mess with fish.
As the risk manager in the room, I shall say no to that.
Thank you. No active cutting on the set.
We won't make you,
Wouldn't that just suck?
we
if
might
somebody
still
cuts their
fake
finger
it.
off?
I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
make you eat it, but no.
No, just even somebody cutting, what if they cut their finger in the middle of?
I would pass out.
On the live feed? Oh, that'd be
Blood all over
amazing.
the podium, no.
Choose a red fish, that way we won't know if there's blood in
Okay, so since this piece is so small, maybe you just do a little bit of like, where you like, take the gently, so do a little bit of like, like presenting the sword. Maybe give it a little flip. It's balanced quite well, yes, I love it.
Do we need to have gloves on while we're doing that?
I feel like we can, there are, I'll get some gloves.
Like white ones?
Yeah,
Yeah, then
I'll get some white gloves.
that'll show up.
It's on my list to bring up here, I still haven't been up
Okay.
here yet.
That's just for those folks who get
Okay, so
energy
then
about that
Okay.
stuff.
Jesse announces the winning bid, package 502.
Congratulations, bidder number 102 for winning Andrew Mears' Plum Blossom knife for $2,100. Thank you very much. All right.
That's when I leave?
Yes.
Yep, when the clapping happens, you head off.
I don't know about you, Corey Joan, but I think this, remind me, Maiwa? Maiwa, sorry. But I think this Maiwa indigo quilted coat is exactly what one should wear while making sashimi with Andrew's knife. Package 503 is open for bidding, and the closing timer is set. Press the home button to refresh your page. Now, Corey Joan, tell us about the artist.
This mother-daughter duo are leading natural dyers and purveyors of quality natural dyes. The family business, Maiwa, was established in 1986 on Granville Island in Vancouver. They make slow clothes, which entails working alongside village weavers, dyers, and block printers in India. We have been lucky enough to have them teach here at Penland, where they generously share their knowledge with our students.
Made of 100% organic cotton, naturally dyed in indigo, and sewn in the Maiwa studio, this coat has it all. Patchworks of mud resist, block print dots, hand-woven stripes, and thread-dyed, hand-woven light and dark indigo. It was designed to show the best of the textiles they work with. If anyone wants to try the jacket on, you're certainly welcome.
Oh, that's actually a really good idea,
Yeah,
to have somebody try the jacket on.
And then, the comments in green here are for any of the, Corey can say it, they can say it, they can add it in. This is just extra stuff that you can talk about while the bidding's happening.
Is it good if one of the men tried it on?
Oh, that's a good idea, too.
Both of you can. You can be like, oh, this is amazing. Hey, Corey, you should try this on.
You should try this on, too. Anybody can wear this.
So, should I skip the close-up video on this if everybody's gonna pass the jacket around?
Does the close-up video give a,
It's on a direct form and it's scanning.
This is like the coolest thing ever.
On front and down the back.
do you think there's any advantage to seeing those pictures?
Jesse,
up
that
front?
was great on you.
Yeah, I need to get in on the bidding.
It looks great on everybody.
They're not gonna know whether the close-up is feeding or not.
Yeah.
Feels wonderful.
So maybe let's,
And
Thank
honestly,
you.
what Katie was doing is more
Better?
interesting than what I have for video.
okay, so no close-up there. Not only, so anyway, these other things are like just things that for it to be added in, so.
That anybody can use.
Huh?
That anybody can
Anybody
say.
can use the stuff in green.
Okay.
So So,
Now the bidding is closed.
and so so depending on like, so we kind of, people can just add these things in, and then the bidding will close. If we get to a point where the chalking is done and there's just bidding happening, then you can kind of, then you can comment on the bidding, on the bidder numbers, and like if we need to cheer it on. But it might be that what we're doing is gonna fill that time completely.
Okay.
And.
Well, we need to, there needs to be some, we need to be careful not to completely dominate by just talking about the piece and not, like, we'll miss some bids if we don't make some comments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like if Harriet makes just a jam up comment, then Corey and I could then be prompted to call out somebody's number or whatever. So we just need to be cognizant of that.
yeah.
And for this one, Corey's not gonna be able to see what's going on, so you're
Okay.
gonna have to,
Okay, yeah.
because she's in front of when the Vanna is here, he can
Yeah.
see that screen, but for anyone that they're out in front.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Okay,
All right, announce the winning.
All right, congratulations to bidder number 101 for winning package 503, because I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now, sorry.
Oh, I'll call the names in and I'll put the words in. Congratulations on what we did last year. Winning bidder is, I think we said congratulations to winning bidder 101 at $285. We did the amount every time, so I'll just add that into this, so
Yep.
it's just easy. All right, so then next
A
up.
little bit. Okay, I want to share a statement from artist Justin Rothschink's website. We believe that artwork and creativity are a catalyst for social change and economic improvement. We understand that creating beauty is integral to our human experience and offers an invitation to order, coherence, and unity. Art is an inclusive form of communication reaching across class, education, and ethnic boundaries. It enables self-understanding, provides a window into other cultures, and gives context to history and education. This collaboration with Isaac Scott seems to embody this statement. Package 504 is open for bidding, and the closing timer is set.
Isaac Scott is a ceramic artist, curator, and photographer from Madison, Wisconsin, who is currently living in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He's been photographing the protest movement in Philadelphia since spring 2020. Justin has attended and taught classes here at Penland. He and his wife share a home and studio in Goshen, Indiana. Justin has been working with decals since 2005 and recently teamed up with Isaac to turn his photography into decals and apply them to his wheel-thrown pots.
Made of earthenware, glaze, and decals, Justin's pots are intended for use. Each piece is handmade on an electric potter's wheel that is set upon a stand that he built so that I can throw standing up. Okay.
Oh,
So that he,
my bad.
After each piece is created, it is fired, unglazed for a first firing. Generally, each piece is then dipped in liquid glaze and fired for a second firing. After the glaze firing, the surface is decorated with the decals that are cut apart, reassembled, and applied using a water slide technique. Usually he layers decals and fire pieces for a third, I'm just laughing because this sounds like so much fun, for a third, fourth, or fifth firing, or more to achieve a layered collage effect.
so this is a piece that you really have to look at up close, because the images were taken from some of the Black Lives Matter protests this past year. It's a very contemporary piece.
I hear Justin's been working with decals since 2005.
He also published a book on low-fire soda.
I had no idea. I bet it's great. Oh, wow, and look, we're already up at $894.50. Someone snuck in that 50 cents.
taking that discount, $973.40 now.
All right, bidder 124.
I like somebody who adds in their own tax when they're bidding.
coming back for you, 124, 118, where are you at? Oh, 104 coming in. Woo! The audience will be clapping, this will sound raucous in the background, it's gonna be great.
It's really amazing.
So what I don't see on this screen though is where's our
timer.
closing timer? Where do you see that?
At what top?
Let me show me on your side.
Oh, yeah, okay, I got
wow.
it now.
Woo,
Oh,
okay,
that was-
Okay.
that was
There you
hard
go.
to find.
okay.
Look at
Well,
that.
we're almost there, folks. Get your last bids in.
And then, okay.
All right.
All right, great job, everyone. Congratulations to bidder number 104, purchasing package 504 for $1,999.10. Thank you so much. 3 years establishes our newest auction tradition of highlighting artists who exemplify the values at the heart of Penland programming. We are excited to feature Shoko Terayama, James Hinkle, and Yunmi Nam.
Our first featured artist is Yunmi Nam. Who was born and raised in Seoul, South Korea. Nam received a BFA degree in printmaking from Hongik University in Seoul. She moved to the U.S. to study at the Rhode Island School of Design, where she received an MFA degree in painting and printmaking in 2000. Her work can be found in museum collections and has been shown in over 20 solo shows and 180 group exhibitions. She has been a student and an instructor here at Penland and currently teaches at the University of Kansas.
We go to the featured artist video. While the video is playing, our 4 banners will come out with all the artwork. Her times 4.
So, are they gonna stand, how should they stand? Like in a little
So,
semicircle? Or?
yeah, because I think that's gonna be the best way to display,
Then we are not going to be able to see that.
Should we, well, you can also stand in between here. A little bit
Can
more.
4 people stand?
Maybe not. We'll have to figure this one out. Let's see. The best way to.
How close can we get?
I can see if you stand there.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
maybe, I don't think these are big. I haven't seen them, but it might be that we can do 2 and 2.
Two meaning what?
Like 2
Meaning,
people are holding 2.
yeah, so we just have 2 Vannas and I'm holding, because they can be arranged this way or they can be arranged this way. Like, it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter as long as it's in the right order. So it could be that we do this. As long as it tells the story, they have to be, something, match up.
Or both, like do one for a while and then the other.
Well, they go in a certain order, but the order can be circular. So like they have to, that would be amazing if we could figure that out. That would be silly.
Watch the Olympics.
I know, right? But maybe that's the way to go. 2 bands.
Yeah, if they can hold them up. I mean,
Yeah,
if
I
they-
think
if
they're
they
like
aren't
this,
heavy.
I think they're this size.
Okay.
I think we can probably,
They might be that size unframed.
we'll have to figure that when I get them.
Yeah.
I won't have them until Friday.
Well, if there's 4, we just have to make sure they squeeze in here.
Yeah.
Because they can't come out here because they'll block.
Or,
Or they could come over here because it's not necessary that the 2 guests see everything.
True.
They could stand 1, 2, 3, 4, and then,
I mean, if you're not holding anything, I can be like, here you go, Corey. And hand the other one, and we could do 4 like this.
Yep.
That's way too much. Well, I think that's too much handling of the artwork.
Okay. All right, I'll get the
Yeah.
artwork in hand and we'll decide.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah.
I don't know how big it is. I think
We
it's,
have to see what, yeah.
I think they're around this, they're a little bit square, more
Yeah.
square maybe, but I think they're around this size.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see
Okay.
how that one goes. Okay.
How long's the video?
It's
Couple of minutes.
3.5,
Okay.
3.5 or 4.
So you should be refreshed so that we can see the bidding, because
We haven't opened it yet.
Oh, just kidding.
Hold on, I'm restarting the broadcast.
Okay. It's working. Is it not doing it? Frozen?
What's that?
It
frozen?
freezes up.
It, like, yeah, every couple
That
minutes.
is obnoxious.
Yeah.
I know, you should hear it too. It's got, like, says dirty words and stuff. It's totally obnoxious.
Rude.
This set of, or you want me to go? This set of 4 prints titled The Four Seasons was inspired by the 17th century Chinese woodblock printed books, The Mustard Seed Garden Manual of Painting, and Tin Bamboo Studio. Package 505 is open for bidding. Reading from right to left, you and me created 4 simple still life images that depict items that present the 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fall. The format of each print reveals the binding structure of a traditional Asian stab binding technique. In her prints, they are presented as if all the pages have been taken apart, thus splitting the still life images into separate pages.
The same books that inspired this set were also the inspiration for you and me to go to Japan in 2004 to learn how to make prints using the traditional Asian water-based woodblock printing technique called mokuhanga.
And mokuhanga means woodblock print in Japanese.
And everybody is bidding so well. I don't know how we got to 1389.36, but it's an impressive number.
But we want to get to 2,400.
We've got to get to 2,400.
So a little more about mokuhanga. Originating in China and perfected in Japan, a mokuhanga print is created through designing the image, and then they carve it on the block for each color, 1 block for each color, and printing each color successively until the print edition is complete. It's a really complicated traditional process. Oh, bidder 103 is coming in strong. They really want this one. Let's go.
Bidder 102.
Bidder 102, I see you.
Let's keep that bidding going.
Oh, are we out of time? No,
No.
we're almost there though. We got a little bit more bidding to go.
We just need 118 to get back in the game with a solid 2,400.
It was a good start, 118, but you can do better.
There, 118.
Yeah! Oh no, 103 really wants it. Yes, we got number. Oh, 124 coming in from behind. Where'd they even come from? Oh, almost there. Watch that timer, folks.
Yeah, we're going to have to chat a lot.
Well, they'll be coming in with their own ideas of what they want to say. So like the stuff
Yeah.
that I'm putting here is extras to add in and to prompt conversation. So,
I'm really intimidated to have the conversation. Can I let everybody have the art conversation?
Yeah.
Okay.
you can
Yeah.
focus on bringing
You
us back to
focus on the
bidding.
bidder.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do.
Yeah.
Good.
And you know Corey's going to be hamming it up the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Corey.
But when we
Corey will be
hop
much
on
more
that Zoom,
fun.
what we'll do is talk about what to do during this time when the bidding is still happening, but we've said the things for the intro.
Okay. Well,
All right.
congratulations to bidder number 103 and your wonderful purchase of package 505 for $5,934.
More for Penland!
Architect and artist Dale Dixon has delighted us with birdhouses that have told tales of Penland's places and people. This year, C19 Walking Stick breaks the 20-year, 28 birdhouse tradition. Package 506 is open for bidding.
Not only has Dale taught at Penland, but he's been the architect for many a Penland building. If you've wandered around campus, then you've likely seen his handiwork, including the John and Robin Horn Gallery and Horner renovation, the Pines Portico, Dorm 54, the sleeping cabins, the guest house, and one of our newest structures on campus, the cart port, to keep the golf carts for our amazing housekeeping team dry.
Please don't break it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Made of pine, oak, and nylon cord, this piece was inspired by COVID-19. Time to walk combined with non-compliant walkers and extra shop time. As our Vannas assemble this walking stick, you will see that it is 6 feet tall, so it is a perfect height to help you step stone across streams and maintain proper social distancing. It goes together really easily.
Yeah.
Make it look graceful here, people.
So this is a real activity, like not only do you get to take it for a walk, but you get to figure out how to put it together ahead of time.
Yeah, there's a packet back there. I'm trying to run the packet.
Oh, we'll figure that out.
This is,
I feel like this is like a good bear stick too. I mean, maybe it needs like, is there a little, like, you could run a little, I feel like you could put a little chain on the, no, that's for the middle. I want a little something to like hook my bear spray to. Okay.
How often are you getting into bear territory?
Every time I hike, someone tells me I shouldn't be hiking alone because there's bears out there.
Oh,
but
because
I've
of the
never
black
seen
bears?
one. I've never seen one.
if you live in South
Yeah.
Asheville, you see one every day.
So, yes, you could walk with the stick.
Okay.
Dell's been recognized with design awards from both North Carolina and South Atlanta regions of the American Institute of Architects. So he doesn't just make birdhouses and walking sticks. He makes beautiful, beautiful architecture.
And he also teaches at NC State University School of Architecture.
And bidder number 124 has won this item. Package
Right.
506 for $552.54. Congratulations. How are they bidding these numbers, though? That's so confusing.
Oh, it's because the computer automatically assigns it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They're not
Oh, they're just-
filling in a number, they're
okay.
just hitting.
I just thought they were
next
being
bid.
funny.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't make a video of it
Because we're gonna
put
put it together.
Okay.
So, but at
Yeah.
the end, you're just gonna take it off stage in the pieces and like put together. There won't
Oh,
be time.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Walk off with
So
it.
walk off with
Put
it,
together
with the
and
walking
just take
stick, like you're walking off. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you wanna walk, if you want to walk that way, you could too. So you could actually use the walking stick. You can be like, I'm going for a hike. That's what I would do.
Titled The Offering, our next piece is an exquisite collaboration between David Clemens and Kit Paulson. This one-of-a-kind work of art is a temptation you don't want to pass up. Package 507 is now open for bidding. Corey, tell us about these artists.
David taught in the art department at the University of Arkansas Little Rock for 10 years. During 8 of those years, he was responsible for creating and heading the metalsmithing and jewelry department. In 2018, he relocated to Penland, North Carolina to dedicate his time to be an independent artist and workshop instructor. Kit is a current resident artist here at Penland, where she has been exploring her most current work using ornament and intricate time-intensive constructions as a way to collect and tell stories. In 2017, she taught a flame working class called Exquisite Structure, Building Complexity, learned about building detailed structures in borosilicate glass from sketch to finishing, and she has the cutest little pup named Walnut.
Kit and David both have
Don't prop it right now. Ooh, okay.
Kit and David both have a fascination with narrative and specifically fairy tales. They sought to combine their mediums to create a work that alludes to darker fairy tales of temptation. Kit's torchwork glass using forms with delicate hands and botanical elements stirred my imagination and sparked the idea for a collaboration. My imagination.
Is it there?
I,
I'll
yeah,
fix it.
I could immediately envision use of forged and fabricated copper leaves in my material response, and the object was born. Let's leave it like that so people think that I can do things.
Right.
So-
Diana, that part is a quote from David, and he could read it just like that, just when you say David said, and
Yeah.
describing his,
Yeah.
inspiration for the piece.
They sought to combine their mediums to create a work that alludes to darker fairy tales of temptation. In David's words, Kit's torch work, glass, blah, blah, blah.
I mean,
Yeah.
is that preferable for y'all, or,
I like it.
Yeah.
okay. I usually just take all their words and make it into, third person instead of first person, for most of them. But then you can pretend, Jesse, that it's first person and that you're really the one that had the ideas.
I know.
Oh, wow, this one is going great. We've
Yep.
got some bidding happening here. I mean, I can't blame them. This is absolutely my favorite piece in here.
Ooh, are you allowed to call
Ooh, are you
favorites?
allowed to say that?
I mean, I
The
am.
guest artist are, the guest are.
The bidding is closed. All right.
Congratulations to bidder number 118 for winning package 507. Thank you very much for your contribution of $1,357.44. We started with balance, and now we have potential by Amy Patansu. I like where this is going. Package 508 is open for bidding.
15 years ago, Amy taught at Penland for the first time, traveling from Maine to teach a 2-week workshop. It was her first time in Western North Carolina. At that time, she happened to be nearing a crossroads in her personal life and to be introduced at that particular moment to the community, the geography, and the act of teaching took her life in a new and unexpected direction. Less than 3 years later, she moved to Western North Carolina for a full-time teaching position at Haywood Community College. In that time, she has settled here, become part of the craft community, and taught at Penland 5 more times. She considers her first trip to Penland to be the catalyst that set her career and lifestyle into its mature stage.
In potential, Amy made the net and presents it beneath a transparent layer of weaving that is silk and plastic. Materially and in terms of motif, it addresses the health and future of the world's oceans. Her weaving technique is called ondulé. It is quite rare and produces waving, undulating threads in the cloth and is therefore suitable for her chosen theme of water in the ocean. Amy has developed her own method of producing this cloth, and it is the technical focus of her artwork.
So most of her work centers on the ocean, either as a metaphor for navigating life or sometimes more literally addressing environmental issues such as sea level rise, overfishing, and sea life habitat protection.
Let's go bidders. This piece has a lot of potential.
Potential to be on your wall.
Amy's family is rooted in coastal Maine and worked in the fishing industry there. Her father made nets in the winters where she was very young, and it's one of her earliest memories of him.
And she says that she likes to continue to explore the ocean theme because it's a practice of maintaining her connection with her heritage while she's living in a place that seems so very far from the North Atlantic.
Now, she did a whole series of these nets, these kind of works.
They're really beautiful.
I'm very happy to congratulate bidder number 106 for a wonderful purchase of potential for $1,326.31. This wood-fired vessel is a spectacular collaboration between Cynthia Bringle and Ben Owen III, is that what that is? That was 1,416 miles in the making. Package 509 is open for bidding.
The arts have been calling to Cynthia since she was a small child growing up in Memphis, Tennessee. Though at one point she thought she was destined to be a painter, clay stole her heart, and eventually so did the North Carolina mountains. Cynthia is a beloved teacher and mentor who has been teaching at Penland since the 1960s and has been living in the Penland community since 1970. Ben is a potter from Seagrove, North Carolina. He creates pottery that reflects a foundation in traditional early American designs and incorporates influences from Asia, Europe, and Persia. His family history is deeply rooted in the pottery tradition of Seagrove, and he lives and works on the same land his grandfather, Master Potter Ben Owen Sr., once did.
Now, I bet you're wondering about all those miles. It's 177 miles from Penland to Seagrove, where the creation of the gorge-style vase, which detailed carving and brushwork, began a couple years ago when Cynthia was there for a wood firing. The design was inspired from gourd forms in nature, representing movement and life in forms. Ben made the vessel with thrown sections and assembled them on the wheel using native clays from his property and other local clay sources. Once the vase was leather hard, he delivered it to Cynthia's studio here in Penland, ready for her creative surface treatment and some handles, of course. The vase was made with thicker walls to allow for detailed carving, giving more dimension to the form. Added brushwork with iron, cobalt, and copper pigments gave a signature Bringle mark to the piece. She spent over a week working with the surface, and it really is stunning. A month of drying, then Ben returned to Cynthia's studio to pick up the piece to prepare for completion. After 4 days of wood firing to temperatures above 2,400 degrees Fahrenheit, a balance of ash accumulation, effects from prolonged exposure to smoke and flame, and a dynamic range of earth tones and textures are revealed on the surface. Cynthia traveled to Seagrove for the unloading and brought it back to us. Only one more leg of its journey, and that will be to the highest bidder today.
And how much time is left?
We ran out of time. They reset it.
Oh, they reset it.
Yeah, so we might I might want to read these through, and maybe some of these need, like maybe some of them need less time and some of them need, I mean,
Yeah.
I know it's easy to say 3 minutes for everything, but sometimes that means we only have 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So it might be that for the ones that have a little more, like, this is 2 artists, so it takes a little longer
Yeah.
to talk about it. This one might need
Might
4
need
minutes.
a little more time, so we might have to have a time for each piece as opposed to just 3 minutes for each piece.
I think most of them can be 3 minutes, but we might want to just, like, you and I sit down and, or you and
Yeah.
I, Katie, and just say
Read
the wo-
through, yeah,
So, or the three of someone to time
Yeah.
how long it takes to read through them, and then
Yep.
we can decide if we can shorten that one that we were sitting on a little while ago. We can
Yeah.
make some of
Yeah.
them a little bit longer if we want. That might be a good approach. All right.
And
so-
maybe for this one, Harriet and Susie can do the
All this,
story.
That's a good idea,
yeah, I think so.
yeah. Just trade off the bullet points.
Yeah,
On this, for these?
Yeah.
yeah,
Because they
Yeah.
probably won't have the opportunity to say much about it if not.
right.
Yeah,
And they can, then they can embellish after they go through that, but,
Okay, I'll push that up, so then, so you'll just do the little first part then, Jesse?
Yeah.
And then we'll skip over to the story, and we
Yeah.
can take turns.
Jesse could say, now, I bet you're wondering about all those
Yeah.
miles,
I
and
would
then
leave that
say,
on his,
Yeah.
and then Harriet and Susie can pick up from there.
From the back, from my board.
from there, but actually, some of this is interesting too, that if you could
Yeah,
incorporate that
it is.
into that, since they're gonna say it, it might be really
Okay,
nice.
this is definitely extra bit.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm okay giving this one extra time anyway, because it's the highest priced piece we have, and
Yeah.
we need to spend more time on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
if we need
Yeah.
5 or 6 minutes
Yeah.
on this piece, so we can get through all of the things in cheering.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay for us to spend a
Yeah.
little more time.
Yeah. I just think we can split this up a little bit, so that it's not Corey and Jesse.
Because
Yeah.
this is gonna be happening, I guess, we'll time it out though, because there's
Yeah.
a whole minute of close-up.
Yeah.
So that minute is
Yeah.
what you should be talking for that minute, and then switch over to the full screen with everyone.
Okay,
Um,
we just know we have some work to do on that one.
yeah. All right.
Okay. So, yay.
Congratulations, 103, for this amazing purchase, $7,503.18, package 509. Great job.
Is it really cliche that I want to put, like, big peacock feathers in that vase? And
Do
that's
what?
my house. I want peacock feathers in that vase. in my
I don't know
house.
if it'll fit.
No,
in
no,
the-
no, no, not, no, I was just
Oh.
making, in real life, if I get to take
In
it
real life,
home.
do you get to take it home? I doubt you'll be taking it
I
home.
know. I don't even have a bidder number.
So do you want
Okay.
the guests to go off when Laura comes up?
So, yeah, so this is one of the transitions. So basically, we should probably just, so they'll take the thing off and then actually what we have is a splash screen. So we'll go to, so we'll say, so Jesse, after you announce the winning bid, we'll say next up is our fund a need. And it will go to a screen, a splash screen that says fund a need, scholarships, whatever, just like the one we had last year. Everybody will exit the stage except for Corey,
Okay,
and then Corey will start right in.
okay.
We'll come back to full set, so we'll all be gone.
Okay. And now it's time for our fun to need. Fun.
Woo.
Oh,
And you want to leave the meeting with Corey?
Yep,
yep. There you are, Corey.
thank you.
You guys are doing so well. You're just crushing it out there.
Okay.
Thank you.
More than half of Penland students received some type of financial assistance, and this year's Fund a Need supports work study scholarships at Penland. Work Study is Penland's oldest scholarship program and is funded by individual donors and special events, notably our treasured end-of-session auctions. And though we reopened our workshop program, we had to keep gatherings on pause this summer. This includes the scholarship auctions, which celebrate the accomplishments of each session as they raise vital funds in support of the Work Study program. We can't replace the fund, but we are hoping that this Fund a Need, with a goal of $150,000, will replace the money we would have raised. Work Study scholarships are a way to open Penland's doors as wide as we can for people who want to experience our workshops. There are so many people who came here first as Work Study students, who later found their way back as residents or staff or instructors. And today I'd like to welcome Laura Wood to share just her story, one story. Hey, Laura. Yes. Where's the microphone? Yeah.
And we'll have that in your hand when you walk on.
Oh, is this the live stream?
Yeah, it's a little delayed.
We lost the connection again, but it's not here anyway, so go for it.
I came to Penland for the first time as a scholarship student in 2006. I was enrolled in an enameling class, a technique my school did not offer at the time. I remember being wildly inspired by the school's campus, studios, and community. It was my first opportunity to be in a learning environment outside of where I started. Being able to meet so many other creatives at an emerging level alongside seasoned professionals was a valuable experience, and it helped me to visualize how I might approach a career path. I returned to Penland several times as a work study student, assistant, and most recently as an instructor. I am still in contact regularly with colleagues I've met here, and they are often the first people I call for professional support and collaboration. Penland has been a major influence in my practice, and I'm so grateful for the opportunities I've had to participate in this community of makers.
Can I just, when you hold this knife, it's very not sensitive. You really have to hold it like touching your mouth almost.
Got it.
It's like, it's meant for a vocal mic, so even this far is too far.
Got it.
So really hold it up close to your mouth like an ice cream cone.
Like this.
Yes.
Great. Okay. And I have a similar story as Laura. I came to Penland and blah, 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 blah. And our stories are just two of so many. And now you have the opportunity to ensure there are more stories to come. So raise those virtual paddles, and we'll start. Am I doing this, or Corey's doing the whole thing? Jesse's not doing this, Corey's doing it all. Okay. So raise those virtual paddles starting at $10,000. So woohoo, let's get those.
All right, there we go.
Let's get that started.
All right, yay. Thank you, thank you. All right.
Just but that, a talking note, that
Yep.
paid for X, Y, Z.
Right.
And then,
We'll be reading off, yep. Well, we've just funded the work-study scholarships for summer.
we're our $5,000 donors.
Right, and now we have, right. Okay, now we have to do the, right.
$2,500 donors.
Were you at $2,500?
Let's see the $1,000 donors.
Woo-hoo.
There we go, 175, that's not 1,000, but we'll take it, $1, every dollar counts.
All right.
Every dollar counts. We gotta be 250, yes.
Okay.
100, do we have any 100?
$100.
Okay, do we have any more bids out there? Let's keep those bids coming at $100.
Our goal is 150, and to get to 150, we have a special surprise for you today. All summer long, our amazing instructors have been donating work for our scholarship auction. This piece right here, blah, 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 is one of the remarkable pieces that have been donated to us to help raise scholarships. And today, we're going to go back up to $1,000, and the last $1,000 bidder is going to get this piece to take home with them. So
Okay,
$1,000 bidders,
let's get
where
those
are you?
$1,000
Last
bidders.
bidder standing. Come on, $1,000.
All right.
That counts, that counts. Bidder 104, I see you.
Okay, bidder 107, let's do another $1,000. All right, bidder 104 wants this piece.
We have blown through our goal.
All right. Woo-hoo.
104 wasn't bad. We'll take it, $2,000.
That's right. We'll have, 104 keeps, we're gonna have to,
We need to figure out a way to close it.
we'll way to close it, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if we can do a timer on this, we'll have to ask if there's a way to, I
Yeah,
don't know that there is.
yep. Okay.
But anyway, we'll wrap that up with some little button at the end. I mean, no one's gonna keep bidding like this, so it's not gonna be a
No,
problem.
it's not gonna be,
Um,
but we'll have to figure out how to
and then we'll
close it out.
say-
It looks like, who's that last $1,000 bidder? Bidder 104, you've won this
You did it.
piece. Yay!
Congratulations. Wow.
And thank you, we've raised a shit ton of money for Penland. All right, all right.
There's gonna be a little fireworks video. Come back to the set. Corey's gonna say.
Thank you for supporting our work-study scholarship program. We're going to take a brief 5-minute intermission, so refresh that beverage and enjoy a glimpse of things we've been up to since the last time you were here. Okay.
And they're ready to stage.
All right.
Do I need to hand this to anybody?
Nope, you can just take it back off and, set it on the table back here. Yeah.
Okay, and we still have people who are bidding. All right, thank you.
What? Whatever greater giving is, it's just the one that we have for our red Sox.
I like this page.
What else?
Do we come back?
We come back. Here you go.
Oh, yeah, they're fine with us. They put them out there, they're just,
All right, Mariana, I'm gonna,
yes,
I'll send you my text.
great.
Laura, thank you. That was great.
Bye, Laura.
Thanks for coming over here for that 5 minutes. Do you want it, or do you feel good about it? Yeah. As long as you know that you get called up, you're good. Yep.
We're not going through this twice today, right?
Oh, I don't think so. Since it's 4:15.
Yeah. I'm not, if we are, I'm gonna have to bounce,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
no, I think we'll,
Intermission.
okay.
All right, so let's pretend we're back from intermission.
Okey-doke.
Maybe go back to the bidding range, not that one, right? The other one? Nope. Is it that one?
It's that one, yeah.
Okay. Oh, it'll click when it pops up.
Yeah, yeah.
Welcome back, everyone. It's been an exciting first half, and there's more fun to come. Please click the home button to refresh your bidding page as Corey introduces our next artist.
And we lost our connection.
You
I
have
got
it while I get
yeah.
it back up.
Our next featured artist, James Henkel, received his MFA in photography in 1974 and taught at Penland for 2 years before joining the faculty of the Department of Art at the University of Minnesota, where he is currently Professor Emeritus. He lives and works in Asheville and Penland, North Carolina. We hope you enjoy this short video about Jim and his work.
Featured artist video plays. Dana's bringing the Jim Henkel piece out on the set. Fake. Ta-da! Beautiful image by Jim Henkel.
Where is it?
It's invisible. You have to have your invisible glasses on to see them. There'll be some sort of segue back to our
thought that-
in-person for you. It's not here yet, so.
I thought that meant I get to ride a Segway.
Would you like, oh my God, if we could do that would make me so happy.
Well,
I'm
that'd
just
be
kidding,
great.
not with the art, not with the art. It's too big, those things, people die on those things. All right, so just go ahead and open the package for bidding.
Package 510 is open for bidding.
Okay, there we go.
Close up. We'll talk about the art. Ignore all of this because this is just my, just skip all of that because that's just all the notes that I don't know what's actually going to go in there until I have the video.
Got it.
Bidding.
Bidding,
Yes.
bidding.
Let's go team.
Yay.
We're cheering.
Jim's work is, this is a limited edition archival pigment. It's print one,
Pigment print.
Pigment.
pigment
Print.
print,
Pigment print.
Yeah.
One of three. So
one of three.
the lucky winner today is going to take this one home, but there's 2 more out there. Y'all should get together.
Bouquet is a part of a series of work that touches on Jim's interest in the relationship between ideas about beauty, function, and the meaning of objects in our lives.
All right, bidding. Woohoo.
Yay.
Yay, bidding.
There's a lot to say about Jim, so I just have to pull it out. I like that the work begins with finding and collecting objects, things both domestic and useful, like books and vessels and tools. These curiosities are then used to generate pictures like the one you see here.
He must have a great collection of things.
Of objects.
Of
Can you
objects.
imagine what his studio looks like?
It'd be great to visit.
And I'm guessing, like, if these, I wonder, I'm like, are these real flowers that he just, like, wets them and, like, sticks them onto the glass? I mean, or are they?
Or they glass flowers.
Are they, no, I don't think so. I think he collages these things, right? So they're like
Oh, yeah.
flowers or real flowers.
They're whatever it is, he builds it and then photographs.
Yeah, so that's what I really love about this work is, and I want to see the backstory. I want him to post some videos about how he puts these little collages together.
That's cool.
That would be awesome. Did we get that in the video? Maybe we got some of that in the video. That'd be cool.
Oh, yeah, that's what the video is.
Oh, good. When I see the video, I can make this a lot better. That timer's almost up, so everyone.
Keep those bids
Come
coming
on.
in.
Get
Woohoo!
those last bids in. Woo! Oh, coming from behind.
All right.
Keep going.
All right. Congratulations to bidder number 104, our most productive bidder this afternoon, for $2,893.60.
Woohoo!
Winner of package 510. In our next piece, whimsy and elegance marry unpredictably on this ladle, right? Yeah, ladle. With hand-wrought sterling bubbles and single-blown glass bead. Let's celebrate, is the loud whisper they are meant to say. Package 511 is open for bidding.
Known for tea and cocktail service, bubbles, and tessellations, Julia Woodman is a remarkable artist with a remarkable story. She went to the Pratt Institute during the 50s, where she studied industrial design. It was there that she was introduced to the Bauhaus principle of synthesizing beauty and utility, an aesthetic philosophy that resonated strongly with her as a young artist. At the age of 49, she decided to go back to art school, acquiring an MFA at Georgia State University, then continued her studies abroad. Julia was the first American to be designated as a master finish silversmith at the Lahti University of Applied Sciences.
Julia's metalwork is functional and created in sterling silver and gold with beads for color. The bead in this piece was made by Barbara Becker Simon, a jeweler for over 50 years and a lampwork bead artist since 1996. She taught a flameworking class here at Penland in 2007. The primary technique that Julia uses could be called three-dimensional tessellation. For example, in a mosaic, the design is constructed by arranging numerous pieces of colored glass tessari. Did I say that right?
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, when she works in metal, she constructs many small cut and formed pieces of metal to create three-dimensional shapes. These constructions contain space, expose light, and cast color by reflection.
One of the things that's really interesting about Julia is that she's attended Penland almost every summer since 1986.
Woohoo!
Nice, Julia. Oh, so you know what brought about these tessellations is that, so, you know, in one of those sessions here at Penland, she met renowned artist Heikki Seppa and was inspired by his unconventional approach towards form and function in metalsmithing, which led to her own exploration of the forms that have become her trademark. And this bubble motif is just one of them because she has created more than 20 tessellations with whimsical names like Carolina Moon, Birds of a Feather. She's got one called Swiss Cheese. There's a honeycomb. I mean, they're just amazing.
What's really great is that Julia's told us that she's known as the old lady of the blacksmithing studio, which is really funny. I actually think she's a great inspiration going back to school at 49 to get her MFA. It just shows you if you want to do something, you can do it.
And congratulations to 118 for doing something by winning this wonderful piece for $3,884.22. Package 5.
More for Penland!
Imagine you're trying to scientifically create myths or engineer spirits or gods in a kind of laboratory type setting. Daydreaming about an intentional religion, Nadinger created a body of mysterious objects, and this is one of them. Package 512 is open for bidding.
We don't have 512, Mariana, we only do 511.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So for those of you out there bidding, we're done bidding. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great job, everyone.
Love you, you're the best. Thank you for bidding high and often. Hopefully our regular bidders will do the same. So we're just gonna run through, y'all can tune out. We don't need you anymore. We're just gonna continue, unless you wanna watch us for fun, because we're funny. And we're just gonna, we can just, or we don't have to. I mean, everyone feels, if you, really, Jesse, this is like you feeling comfortable with the flow so that you can kind of lead
Yeah.
the group. And I'm also gonna send the recording, this crazy recording we just did to Harriet and Susie and Corey, and just let them kind of see how we got in the flow.
Yeah.
So they can look at that.
I'm good with the flow. I mean,
You feel good about how it's all gonna go. There's no reason to just read through the rest of these without bidding.
Yeah.
So.
Are we doing this one more time before?
So we can.
Well, whatever you guys say.
You know, it really comes down to if you feel comfortable with the flow. We're gonna do run-throughs on the 18th, which I think is next Wednesday, same time.